Okay, this is a demo of a suspected bug in Safari. You can see here I'm running Safari on Mac desktop running 12.5.1. It's a 13-inch M1 from 2020. The bug, as I discovered it, comes from doing work on the Carbon for IBM.com open source project. Um, the what you're seeing here is the iframe pre is the iframe preview of a carousel component that's holding onto some cards. So if we dig into the inspector here, what we'll see is eventually the DDS carousel web component. And within that, we have a span that is visually hidden for its title, and that's used within the shadow root for accessible labeling. And then we have a number of these DDS card components that we have in here. And it works lovely just doing tab focusing. So if we tab in, we'll get to card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4. And then when we tab away from card 4, instead of auto scrolling the carousel, what we will see is focus jumps down to the next focusable element that is visible on the page. And the way we're accomplishing this is after that fourth card, we have cards that are both inert, so we don't allow them to have any kind of focusable, any focus interactions, and they're also Aria-Hidden so that screen readers aren't going to move past them and continue reading. Once we click that next button, we're going to slide all four of those out of the way, and we'll get our last two. And so now our first four are inert and Aria-Hidden, and our last two are not inert and Aria-Hidden is false. That all seems to be working fine. If we reload from origin and we open up voiceover, and I don't believe you can hear that. And anyway, I've turned off speech. If we come in here, we click right before this, what we can do, oops, is we can navigate line by line. Not with that combination, this combination. So we will get the title of the card, which reads out fine. And then let's reload from origin again. Okay, so we have our main, and then we get a region that is has the label of carousel. We can jump to the text node, which itself is carousel storybook sample, and then we start jumping into our first card. And the first thing I noticed was that for some reason, VoiceOver wants to read off the slotted text node, um, either from the slot or from the main DOM tree, and then it will read it a second time when we get down there. And you'll see this for every single card. Is the first focusable thing. I'm sorry, the first thing that the voiceover focuses on is the card's body text, and then its title, and then its body text a second time, and then the link as a whole. If we look at what this is doing in here, and we expand this in our dev tools, we can see that our card has a card heading component in there, which itself is a couple of text nodes with a slot and some styles in there, and that's it. Our card's body content is just some text nodes, and then our footer is a card footer component with an SVG, and in its shadow DOM, it just maps out as a link. So nothing crazy happening here from the shadow root, but for some reason Safari wants to read it twice. I don't have a good reason for that, and so what I thought was, hey, let's take it out of Storybook and try to isolate the issue. And so that's what I did. And if we take it out of Storybook and we start going over with VoiceOver, each card does read out properly. We'll get our carousel label for the whole carousel, and then we'll get cards. We'll get their heading first, then their body, then their link, and then move on to the next card's header, body, link, header, body, link. And then what I noticed was when we jump into the navigation, if we move backwards from navigation, we go to card 3 for uh, for no reason. I don't know why that's happening. We shouldn't be getting there. It shouldn't be happening. And we skip over card 4 and we get stuck in this loop of the carousel label in card 3's header. So now I'm thinking maybe it's an issue with Aria-Hidden or inert in Safari, and specifically with web components, but it's not. And the reason I know it's not is I have these same cards. These are identical. The only thing I've done is I've added these labels here because I had to hard code in the Aria-Hidden and the inert. And so we have an Aria-Hidden false, we have an Aria-Hidden true, we have a visibly hidden, we have an inert, we have an inert and Aria-Hidden true, and we have a regular one. And if we start navigating over these with the voiceover cursor, they work as you would expect. Aria-Hidden false reads out the way you would expect it would. We jump to card 2. We don't get to go to card 2. Instead, we jump straight to card 4 because card 2 is Aria-Hidden true and card 3 is visibility hidden. Card 4 is inert, so it never gets focus styles, but the cursor can read it. And then card 5 is inert and Aria-Hidden, so it can't get focus or voiceover. So I'm not really sure at this point what the deal is. And I will share the link of this code pen with the Bugzilla that I open up, but I'm kind of at a loss for words here. So would appreciate some help if anybody has any ideas of how to further debug this and figure out, hey, did something go wrong in my code, or is something going wrong in Safari? Is something going wrong in VoiceOver or WebKit or whatever? All right. So ta-da. Thank you.
Carbon cards in carousel. Card 1. Card 1 lorem footer link. Card 2. Card 2 lorem footer link. Card 3. Card 3 lorem ipsum footer link. Link previous. Dim. Slide 1 of 6. Showing 3. Next. Button. End. Carousel. Next. Dimmed. End. Slide 2 of 2. Previous. But footer link. Link. Card 3 lorem ipsum dollar sitamid consected or adipizising elit. AOC. Card 3. Heading level 3. Heading testing void carbon card carousel card 1 footer card 2 footer previous slide next button next slide 2 of previous footer link card 2 lorem ipsum dollar sitamid card 2 heading level 3